Okay, so I have been taking a Vinyasa Level 2-3 class for the last 9 months, and this is my teacher, Kali Sampson Alexander. And I wanted to talk to her a little bit about yoga because I've noticed that people really don't have a good understanding of what yoga is. I know I certainly didn't. And is yoga more than we think it is?
You know, I think part of what we have about what we think about yoga, part of it I think is true and some of it is not. I think a lot of people come to yoga who are not familiar with the yoga practice thinking it's a lot of people chanting and sitting around and Om Shanti and saying a bunch of unfamiliar words, and part of that can happen. The wonderful thing about the yoga practice is that it can be anything you want it to be. It's truly a tool of transformation. So if you want to go to a class where you're chanting and you're saying a bunch of unfamiliar words, that can happen for you. I can make that happen for you. But you know, the yoga practice, like a Vinyasa class, like what you go to, a Vinyasa 2-3 class, is a very powerful class. You know, it's a strong class. You know, I kick up the music, and you know, it's quite a good time. Part of the signature of what we do is making the yoga accessible to, you know, an everyday Joe, you know, that just out there on the grind. So. With that said, folks don't realize that. So part of that, you know, is part of the mythology that yoga, you know, is kind of this thing that's way out there and kind of vague and unusual, but you know, it's very accessible.
What do you think keeps people from coming to a yoga class? What is the trepidation?
You know, I think different people don't come to a yoga class for a few reasons. One, the main reason that I hear people don't come to yoga class is because they don't think they're flexible. And I'm like, that's why you need to come. You know, the thing about yoga is that it is not a requirement for you to be flexible to take yoga. However, with continued practice, you become flexible. You know, it's just a matter of, you know, what you put your effort toward is what you will see start to come to fruition. So the more you do the practice, the stronger you become, the more flexible you come, the more you start to reap all the benefits of the yoga practice.
Well, I mean, I've definitely noticed that my yoga practice has improved over the last 9 months. And when I walked into class, it was definitely something I think I would never find myself doing, and that actually drew me to it more. So I want to thank you for the last 9 months and my continued evolution in the yoga practice.
It's been great. Thanks for coming. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
For more information, visit thisishowiflow.com.